This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake that body.
Wake your punk ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Sometimes you have to forego doing what's popular in order to do what's right.
Man.
Look, that done filled my eyes up and I said it, right? Okay.
Wow. Once again, Oscar Award winning, magnificent, beautiful, spirited individual, the one and only Monique.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Is here. You know, I've done so many great big intros for you, I decided to just kind of get at the radio edit. You know what I mean?
That's it,
That's
baby.
all right?
That's all right.
You look amazing today.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You got the hair done, everything.
Thank
Did you do this because you knew you was coming to the show?
Listen, okay, I wasn't going to come to New York and not come to the show.
Okay.
I even text Heather B.
Yep.
I said, sis, I'm on my way. Asked my brother, is it okay if I come on by? Then I got an email with somebody saying, you doing Sway. And I texted back and said, we
It's
good.
done.
Yes,
Hey.
baby.
There it is right
Yes,
there.
baby.
Monique is here.
Yep.
You know, we're here to talk about this new movie, Blackbird, which is a really powerful undertaking.
Yes.
You know, especially for the global community, but especially in the black community. And we'll talk about that first. But Monique, I have to tell you, you know, because you've been in the news and Lee Daniels and you, both of you have been in the news and talking about this dynamic, this conflict that's been going on with you and your career, being blackballed, the reasons you were blackballed, your name being, you know, defamed in a way. You know, you know, it's been a lot of character attacks on you.
Yes.
About how you conduct your business behind the scenes. And we've said nothing but what we feel about you on this show is it's just hard to believe because the person I met, the person that's given me opportunity, it's nothing like that. You know, and I saw your interview with Roland Martin.
Yes.
And I love Roland Martin. He's someone I'm inspired by. And I saw a lot of information. I heard a lot of information. But I wanted you to come up on this show and talk to us about it, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
A lot was said about who you are behind the scenes. They
Yes.
made it felt like you're difficult. It felt like possibly kind of over the top diva. I didn't want to say the other word, but you know.
Yes. Yes.
Can I say the other
say
word?
all the
They said
words,
you was a
baby.
bitch.
Did they say it?
I say that.
They said that about me,
I mean-
Heather B.
I heard it.
What? Yes.
They said you didn't want to cooperate and you didn't want to play the game
Yes.
in Hollywood. I don't know the game of Hollywood.
I don't either.
But you came on and said, no, man, people in a few instances led me to believe, say, for example, with Empire, that I was going to have the role of Cookie. You and Lee Daniels spoke about that, right?
Yes.
We had Danny Strong up here who said that, to his knowledge, you weren't guaranteed that role. Clear that up.
You know, when I heard that Danny Strong had come on the show and, you know, was adamant about Monique was never offered that role and he had gone on other places and said it. And I tweeted that brother and I said, will you speak as loudly when you understand that you're telling something that's not correct? And it was important for me to come on your show because, as I said to you off air, I respect your opinion. And I've met a lot of people in this business. And we know how this business works. There are not a lot of people that stand behind their word and stand behind what it is. Behind closed doors, it's one thing. Outside, it's another thing. And the last time I was here, you said something to me about your daughter. And you said, Monique, I said to my daughter, if you want somebody to look up to, look up at Monique. And that means a lot to me. And I never wanted your baby walking away with questions about my character. So I said to my husband, and, you know, we were talking, and I said, you know, when I go on Sway, and he finished my sentence, he said, take that brother those emails. Because when people were making it seem like I was pulling something out the air and I was just trying to attack this brother, I'm like, guys, I have the emails, the communication going back and forth with Lee Daniels. It was a conversation we had. Then I get the email from his office. Monique and Lee had a conversation about the role of Cookie. And all I was saying was, don't attack my character. Just say what the conversation was. That's it. It makes no one look good or bad. It's just what it was. But when he began to say things that just weren't true, that's when I had to say, brother, I can't allow you to do that. Because when you start putting my character on the line, and I take pride in my career, I take pride in my integrity, I take pride in my character. But when you put it on a line like that and people begin to question me about my character that know me, these not strangers. These folks that know me, we done been in conversations, we done broke bread together. And I'm like, you're beginning to question me as if you're doubting what I'm saying. So I wanted to bring the emails to you. And as I said to you, you can read them publicly or privately.
Well, where are the emails you got?
Could you please pass?
Oh, you got the emails.
What, Sway?
Straight up.
You got the emails.
Only because I wanted to make sure people understood I'm not the Wizard of Oz. I don't play the Oz game. I don't play out in front, I'm one thing, and then when you look behind the curtain, I'm something else. So I just wanted to put it out there that, hey, guys, clear my name. That's it. Danny, clear my name. Lee, clear my name. And I have no animosity towards those brothers at all, and don't want nothing but the best. When it comes to Empire, that show is doing history, numbers, breaking records, and they deserve everything that they're getting, because Lee Daniels is one of the most brilliant visionaries that our generation has seen. Taraji P. Henson, one of the greatest actresses, baby, that our generation has seen. So for all of them, I say y'all keep going. However, this situation is about principle. And you have to make sure when you know you have to stand up for right, you have to stand up for right, even when people are saying that's not the popular thing to do.
Okay, so
Agree.
these are emails sent from a woman named Jill. How you say Uyida? Okay. Okay. And it says this is sent 2014, February 18th. Good afternoon. Lee Daniels had a conversation with Monique about his new television pilot for Imagine TV Fox called Empire. We'd like to screen test for her role for the role of Cookie. Please contact us with her television quote so that we can start a test option deal. We are attentively looking at Monday, February 24th for the screen test. Another email sent from the same person. Good afternoon. Oh, no, that's the same email. Okay. Here's another email sent March. No. I want to put them in order here.
Okay, baby.
Okay, let me put them in order here.
Can you help them, sugar?
Yeah, I'm good at this, Mo. I got it. Watch this. All right, and there's another email sent on the 18th. Hello, I am following up on my previous email regarding Lee Daniels' pilot and Monique's television quotes. This is a time-sensitive matter. Lee really does not want Monique to miss this opportunity. Please have someone contact our office. That's February 18th as well. Damn, that's all in the same day. That's how fast things work. All right. On the 19th, this is from Jill again. Please, hello, Mr. Anderson. Please contact us ASAP. We really need to get in touch with you and get some television quotes for Monique. What was going on with that? What does that mean?
Well, what was happening was when Lee and I had the conversation, anytime I've ever done business with Lee, when it came to Shadow Boxer, Lee called me up. Yo, I got a role for you. That was it. Attorneys talk. We did the deal. When Lee called me up in reference to Precious, same thing. When Lee called me up in reference to this, he said, you got the role, but you know there's some technical stuff. I ain't never done TV before, so you got to go through the technical part. No problem, brother. But when it got put out there that it never happened, I'm like, brother, all you got to do is say the truth. And when we did have the conversation and it came out that they wanted to go with Taraji, I'm like, good deal. That's my sister. She's going to kick it. But don't put it out there as if this never happened. That's the only point I was making.
Okay, I see what you say. So there was negotiations and conversations happening. When you said it, people didn't believe you.
Right. It was as if I was pulling something out the air.
Okay.
And when Lee said the whole thing about blackball, because people began to ask me, Monique, you said you were blackballed. I never said that. That's something Mr. Daniel said. I never bought into that because the scripts and the offers were still coming. They just didn't make sense.
So you were getting offers and opportunity after you won that Oscar.
That never stopped. But the offers and the scripts that were coming, it was as if I had not won anything. It was as if I had just gotten into Hollywood, and it was a feeling of, oh, well, now we're going to start you at ground zero, and you got to build back up again. And it's like, well, guys, you've given me the biggest award that you say I can receive in acting in this country. So now just pay me according to my resume. That's all I've ever said, is pay me according to my resume, not pay me because you think you can give me those low wages. That's just not something I can accept. And that's where the whole thing comes in when they say, Monique is difficult. Monique and her husband is difficult. Well, sometimes no can mean you're difficult. When you're not used to hearing someone say no, that can appear as if you're difficult. Why won't you do it? Because everybody else does. It's like, guys, I'm not everybody else. And if we keep accepting those low offers, where does it leave our babies that's coming up? And we have to think about those babies that's not here yet, as the Hattie McDaniels thought about me and took those bumps and bruises so that different doors will be open for me. So that's the only thing I have been saying, and I'll continue to say.
If it was Meryl Streep.
I sound like Minnie Mouse, don't I? I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you sound good. No, this is interesting.
This is a lot of game.
Because if it was Meryl Streep,
Right.
or Tom Cruise, or any of those, people, they're going to get their...
They're going to get their just due.
Their just due.
And when Patricia Arquette, and I thank her for what she did, when she said at the Oscars, we need wage equality. Now, if you have our white sisters saying that, what do you think we're getting paid? What do you think we're getting paid? Now, when she said it, she got a standing ovation, and she should have. But when I say it, don't label me as difficult. It's just what it is. So when you say we've got to make sure that Heather B., there's a little girl coming after you that listens to you every day, and she's got to be able to walk in this door and get fair wages for what it is that she's bringing. Well, if we don't speak on it right now, guess what? The only thing that changes about you being behind that microphone will be the face.
Email sent March 3rd that said, I left you a voicemail message last week from the same office. Unfortunately, it's not going any further for Monique. Lee fought for her because he thought she would be great for the pilot, but the studio and network executives insisted on offering the role to Taraji. Thank you so much for providing us with her information. I'm sorry it didn't work out. We're all big fans of hers. Damn, Hollywood is something else, boy. I tell you, man.
Rule number one.
Hollywood is something
I better
else.
hit this lotto, Heather B. So
I know. I'm praying for you, Sway.
I'm a big fan of Lee Daniels, as well as I'm a big fan of yours and a friend. And one of the things we don't like to see play out is when we go at each other. You know what I mean? In the public view. Have Lee and you spoken since, or have you spoken at all?
No, we haven't spoken. And what we did do, because we don't like to blindside our brother or no one, we sent Lee an email and we said, hey, Lee, here are the emails because you may have forgotten about this communication. You may want to clear my name, brother, because it's now right here. Well, we've not heard anything from him. So with this, he knows this is going to happen. Like, this is not something that's a secret, but it's like we haven't spoken yet. And I'm not going after my brother. What I am doing is making sure my character is not in question because it's mine.
Yeah.
And 20 years from now, I don't want people to read my story and say, oh, her character was in question because she just pulled stuff out the air. I've never had a reputation of doing that. So that's what this is for me. It's not so much attacking our brother or him attacking me, but what happens is we have brothers and sisters that want to get in this game, and these conversations are never had. So the faces just keep changing and not the stories, because we don't speak out about it in fear of, what if they don't call me back again? What if they don't use me again? Well, I'd rather you not call me back again than to look in the mirror and know you're calling me meant you using me. You're calling me meant 20 years from now, my family won't benefit from my likeness and my image, but yours will.
Would you be willing to sit down and talk with them?
Yes. Like, I know Lee.
Yeah. Y'all known each other for,
Right. Baby, we done got down together. And had my brother simply said the truth, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Just tell the truth.
If it's not us here at Sway in the Morning, doesn't it seem like a perfect time for Oprah to come in and mediate a conversation?
Word.
Sip tea.
She sipped the tea.
Because it's good. Okay, this tea is tasty, Sway. Okay, baby. Okay, I'm quick with it, Sway.
Okay,
This tea is good, baby. Give it to me one time.
I ain't mad at you, Bo. All right, look, we're going to open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. And we want to talk about this new project, Blackbird, and this future, this star that you brought along with you, okay?
Yes.
Sway in the Morning. Monique is here.
Yep.
As you know, she's been in the news for just a conflict.
Can y'all believe that?
That she, you know, people sat questioning her character. And she's here to clear it up.
Word.
And I appreciate you doing it. During this time, you have a lot of friends in Hollywood and out of Hollywood. Friends who work in Hollywood. Who came to your aid? Who came? who had you? You know what I mean? Like
Your back. Like who had her back?
Who had your back?
You know, I remember one night I was standing in the closet, and my baby grabbed my hands, and we looked at each other, and he said, "Mama, you good. That's all I needed. That's all I needed." Michelle, who has been my best friend since the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
She called me up. She said, "You good?" I said, "I'm good." She said, "All right, then I love you. Talk to you later." That's it. In reference to the Hollywood community, I received a tweet from Stan Shaw.
Okay.
You know that brother? Veteran brother. Actor that was in Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
That was the boxer. And he sent me a
Hilarious.
tweet, and he said, "Sister, stand tall. Stand tall. We watching." That meant a lot, you know, and I think that oftentimes we get too afraid to say we support it because we don't know what the backlash might be on us.
Yeah.
You know, there was a baseball player, I want to say his name, Kirk Floyd. I believe I'm saying his brother's name correctly, Kirk Floyd, and he's the brother that started free agency. Well, when he first got started in doing it, they told him, "You will be blackballed, and no other team will ever hire you again," because he was saying, "Pay me fairly." Well, that man wound up dying broke and ill. And to watch a documentary on the cable channel, and all of the players that are still living all said, "We knew he was right. We were just too afraid
Wow.
to say anything."
Monique is here. I came up with a concept for you too, because the one thing that you got talent, so no matter what, people can't shut out talent, and then you're funny as hell. So Heather and I came up with a title for your next stand-up tour.
Come on.
It's the Burn Hollywood Burn Tour.
Come on, use PE music.
I won't do it, Heather B. I won't do it, Heather B.
Damn,
I
Mo.
won't do it, baby. I won't do it. I won't
Okay,
do
all
it.
right, okay. We ain't gotta do
I'm
it.
gonna go from spread the love to burn
Hollywood
Hollywood
burn.
burn.
Sway had us in here amp listening to Public
Because
Enemy.
see,
We was ready,
We
Mo.
really had
But here's
you.
the thing, I'm not angry with Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood has given me this amazing ride.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Hollywood as a place, it's the people in it.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything against Hollywood, not anything whatsoever. I'm having an amazing time. So I don't want people to think for a second I have this grudge against Hollywood, because Hollywood's done nothing to me.
Interesting.
You mentioned, you know, Lee being a visionary, and the reason why you're here today, because Sway and I we always talking and bigging you up, but from one visionary to the next, Mr. Patrick Ian Polk.
Yes.
I mean, just a genius. And I was telling Sway earlier, I had an opportunity to work with him when Punks, on the soundtrack for his first film early. And when Julian walked in, I was like, I wonder who he got to play this part. I saw your name on it. So again, we automatically knew the film was good. And when he walked in, I was like, I feel an energy. And I turned around, I saw this young brother's face. And I was like, he's out of here. And when Sway said, sit him down now, because we ain't going to be able to talk to him in a year. Just salute to you guys both for being a part of this project.
Thank you, baby.
We salute you guys for this.
Let's talk about it's a new movie called Blackbird, and it's premiering this Friday. Julian Walker
Yes, sir.
is here, and he's one of the main characters in the movie. You play a character named Randy.
Randy.
And Mo, why don't you tell us what the movie is about and why it's so important? Because you said this movie is important, especially now.
You know, this movie is about a coming-of-age story.
Yeah.
About a young man in the Deep South in Mississippi trying to come to terms and acceptance about his homosexuality, because he's been raised in a very strict Christian home, and he's been taught that homosexuality is a sin, it's a curse. You are condemned to hell if you are this. And I play the mother, Clara Russo, and that woman believes everything in that Bible. She believes everything they say on that pulpit. So once she finds out about her son, she has a hard time loving him through. The dad is played by Isaiah Washington, who I think Isaiah is one of the greatest actors in our generation. Like, this brother is just amazing, but he plays not the stereotypical dad of a gay child. He plays that dad that says, hey man, You a man, and I'm gonna love you through it. Just be okay with who you are. You watch this dynamic with this family go through it, and the daughter has been abducted. She's been missing for 6 years. So you watch the dynamic behind the door with this movie, and we're hoping that it starts different conversations in the churches. And at one time, I thought it was a major problem just in the Black church, that we were so unaccepting and so unwilling to get away from conditioning and tradition. Until we start taking this movie to the festivals, and you had Latin brothers, Asian brothers, Black brothers, African brothers, brothers from all over the world saying, I'm Randy Russo. That's my story.
Ian, who is Eon, we call him Eon. What are you, Puerto Rican?
I'm Dominican.
Dominican? Okay, that's you get punched in the face for that. You can't get that wrong. Huh? I know. It's not the same. I know it's not the same.
It is.
It is the same.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
okay.
similar.
I mean, it's all the same boat.
Latino.
All right. Well, I won't say that. That's not right.
boat.
I'm joking. Why did you identify so much with this story?
Well, being that I'm a gay minority, I've grown up my whole life. People have told me that my lifestyle was a choice and that being gay was something that I chose to do. And I was brought up as a Christian. I identify as Christian. So I wanted to know, in your opinion, do you think that it's true that being gay is a choice after doing this film? I know personally I didn't choose my lifestyle to be this way. So.
Before I did this film, I don't believe that it's a choice.
Okay.
I believe that that's how you come here and that's how you are. And this beautiful young brother sitting to my left, I want you guys to talk to him and get his feelings on it and how he felt about it, because you had to be that person and so fearless and so brave. And how did you feel when you read that script? I'm sorry.
No,
Sway.
go on. I like it. I thought the night show was coming back on. I was like, hey, go do it. Go ahead, Monique. Go ahead.
But how did you feel when you got that script and you finished reading that script?
When I first got the script, I honestly felt like I read my own personal story. I felt like, because I too identify as a gay African-American young man. So growing up, I felt like I was always like, I never saw stories out there of, young Black men or their struggle. So growing up, I felt like I was like the only gay young man in the whole world. So luckily, my family is a lot more accepting than Randy's family was in the film. But after I read the script, I was like, I want to do this. I want to be able to tell a story that could possibly help so many people out there.
Yes.
Like, I want to be able to be that person to look up to, that I wanted to look up to when I was growing up.
Were you a little nervous, though? Because, you could get pigeonholed sometimes when you take on certain roles that are so prominent or defined like this one. Were you at least at all nervous about playing this role and how your friends, your family, the world would receive you?
Well, my friends and family were never an issue. I never was concerned about how they would view me because I've always been out and open with my family and my friends. So, if anything, their support pushed me even more to want to do this film. And when it comes to the world knowing, I'm honestly not worried, because I feel like, I'm me and I'm comfortable with who I am. And I believe in this film so much that even if I don't have another opportunity to do anything, I was able to do something that speaks volumes and that will touch someone.
Wow. I like this guy, Julian Walker. Did Isaiah Washington, I remember he was in a lot of controversy because of a remark he made about another cast member. It was perceived as a derogatory term and about his homosexuality, and because of that, he was let go from a job. Right? So many dynamics in this number. You know what I mean? Like, you and him went through similar paths, right? Did he?
Good point, Sway.
Did you guys talk about how he dealt with that when he kind of got excluded?
The one thing Isaiah said to Sydney and I was, and he said, I really don't have to say it. He said, but Mo, keep pushing. Keep pushing, because the truth is always going to come out. It's always going to come out. With that whole thing with Isaiah, and no one ever proved that Isaiah said anything. We just bought the story. It was one person said one thing. He said, I didn't say it, but we just bought the story. And with Brother Isaiah, if people know him, he played a gay character when it wasn't popular on Get on the Bus. Remember that?
I remember that.
When
yeah.
it wasn't popular. So when he came on and invited Sid and I to come onto this project, and you watch him on this set and in the screen, you realize that brother has a heart full of gold. Ain't trying to hurt nobody. So when you say our stories are similar, they are, but I appreciate and I enjoy that brother's fight. He kept going. He didn't lay down. He just kept going. And it's like the truth is always going to play itself out.
The movie is called Blackbird. It's out this Friday. What do you guys hope comes out of this movie? What is the goal of this movie?
You know, for me, the hope is that different conversations will start happening, and we'll stop throwing our babies away, and we'll stop allowing someone else's beliefs and opinions to control the love we have for our children and for our families. You know, hoping that when Sunday comes and you go to church, that they'll say, let's close the books today and have a heart-to-heart conversation where we stop turning us away and we begin to do that thing called unconditional love for real, and not just throw it out there like, you know, well, if God love everybody, I don't remember anybody saying God love everybody, but I don't remember the but in there. So if we really get to that unconditional place of loving everybody, we're just in a much better space, and we really believe that's what this movie can do.
Wow. Julian Walker.
Wow.
Is this your first movie?
Yes, this is my very first film.
First one.
Damn.
You see him,
You
Sway.
you stepped up to the plate trying to hit a grand slam. Hey, listen, in a year from now, when your star has risen to heights you never imagined, and I ask you to come back to this show, I don't want to hear no for an answer, okay?
Without a doubt.
Okay, Julian Walker, ladies and gentlemen, meet Julian Walker. Monique, we love you.
We love you.
We love you.
I love you all to life.
Okay,
And
and I
thank you.
appreciate you being transparent about, these emails and all of this that's going on around. You didn't have to talk about it. You did a very thorough interview with Roland Martin to
Yes.
tell your side of the story, and but bringing these emails and just so people understand who you are, what your character is about, we appreciate that.
I appreciate y'all, babies.
Okay,
Thank y'all.
absolutely.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.